Imagine walking into a job interview and having a super intelligent assistant sitting beside you, not physically beside you, but invisible, listening to every question, understanding the conversation, and instantly feeding you the perfect answer. Sounds like something from science fiction, right? Well, technology like this already exists, and its name is Cluely. Cluely has rapidly become one of the most talked about and controversial AI startups on the internet. Some people believe it represents the future of productivity, while others believe it raises serious ethical concerns. But regardless of which side people stand on, Cluely has started a conversation much bigger than the company itself. So in this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about Cluely, including what it is, how it works, why it became controversial, and what it could mean for the future of artificial intelligence. Let's begin. First, let's answer the most important question. What exactly is Cluely? At its core, Cluely is an AI assistant designed to provide real-time support during live interactions. Unlike traditional AI tools where you open a chat window, type a question, and wait for a response, Cluely is designed to work in the background while conversations are happening. The goal is simple. Instead of helping you after something happens, Cluely aims to help you while it's happening. Imagine being in an online interview. The interviewer asks a difficult question. Rather than struggling to think of an answer under pressure, the AI immediately analyzes the question and generates a suggested response. Now imagine being in a sales meeting. The AI could suggest talking points, summarize information, or provide useful insights while the conversation continues. In simple terms, Cluely is attempting to become a real-time AI co-pilot for human interactions. But here's where things become interesting. Cluely didn't become famous simply because it was another AI tool. The company gained massive attention because of the way it introduced itself to the world. Its message was bold, controversial, and impossible to ignore. The phrase was, "cheat on everything." That statement immediately triggered debates across social media and the technology industry. Some people viewed it as clever marketing, while others saw it as a serious warning sign. Questions quickly started appearing. Is AI assistance considered cheating? Where should the line be drawn? And if everyone eventually uses AI assistance, does the definition of skill itself begin to change? Suddenly, Cluely was no longer just another startup. It became part of a much larger conversation. So, how does Cluely actually work? The basic idea is that the system processes information and understands the context of conversations in real time. Instead of waiting for users to ask questions manually, the AI continuously receives information and generates suggestions almost instantly. Think about it this way. Traditional AI tools work like asking a librarian for help. You ask a question, wait for a response, and then receive an answer. Cluely attempts to work differently. It's more like having a personal assistant sitting beside you, already listening, already paying attention, and already preparing useful information before you even ask. This creates a much faster and more seamless experience, at least in theory. But this is also where the controversy begins. Once people understood what Cluely could potentially do, they immediately started imagining different scenarios. Students using AI during exams, candidates using it during job interviews, people using it during negotiations, or even using it during everyday conversations. And this is where opinions become divided. Supporters argue that every major technological innovation has faced criticism in the beginning. Calculators were criticized, search engines were criticized, even spell check tools were criticized. Over time, many of these technologies became normal parts of everyday life. From this perspective, Cluely could simply represent the next stage of technological evolution. But critics see things differently. Their argument is that tools like Cluely are not simply providing information. Instead, they may influence how people present themselves and how others evaluate knowledge, competence, and ability. And that raises important ethical questions. There is also another major concern: privacy. For a real-time AI assistant to work effectively, it may require access to conversations, screen content, and contextual information. Naturally, this raises several important questions. Where is the data stored? How secure is it? Who has access to it? And how much personal information are people willing to exchange for convenience? As artificial intelligence becomes more integrated into everyday life, these questions are becoming increasingly important. Because smarter technology often requires more data, and more data creates greater responsibility. But perhaps the biggest story here isn't Cluely itself. Maybe Cluely is simply showing us where technology is heading. Over the past few decades, we've gone through several technological shifts. First came search engines, then smartphones, then AI chatbots. And now we may be entering an era of real-time AI companions. Instead of searching for information ourselves, we may eventually have intelligent systems constantly helping us think, communicate, and make decisions. The question may no longer be whether AI becomes part of our lives. The real question is how much of our thinking we want AI to handle for us. So that is everything you need to know about Cluely. Whether Cluely becomes a massive success or eventually disappears, one thing is clear. The conversation around AI assistance is only beginning. Now I want to hear your thoughts. Would you use an invisible AI assistant that could help you in every conversation? Or do you think that crosses a line? Leave your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.